All right, everybody, welcome to Getting Started with Claude Code. We're going to be doing this in 5 easy steps in under 5 minutes per step. So let's just jump right into it. You got to go to your favorite search engine and just type in Claude Code. Next step, make sure you don't click your sponsored link. Go to Claude Code by Anthropic, hit Get Claude Code, and hit Desktop. From there, you're going to go ahead and click your operating system. I run Windows, you might have Mac. This is a very rare option, this Windows ARM64. If you don't know that you have it specifically, just click the regular Windows. You're going to go ahead and download this in your downloads folder. It should pop up like this. If it doesn't, usually you could go into your File Explorer and click it directly. I'm going to go ahead and click. You can see it's downloading. I did get a, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Go ahead and click yes. That is a security feature from Windows. This is a verified app, so there's no danger in installing it. All right, you should get to this Claude for Windows pop-up. Go ahead and set up with your login. Give me just a moment. All right, and for me, that actually did a kind of two-factor. Went through my email. I clicked the link in the email, and then it came right over to here. If you don't already have an account, I'm not sure. I don't remember. You might have to go through kind of a setup process, put in your email, create a password, that kind of thing. You've done that 1,000 times for other types of software, so no real reason to get into that today. Let me go ahead and make this window just a little bit bigger. There we go. So you can see down here on the bottom, this is where your profile is, Matthew. And up here, you have the option to select between chat. It's like I gotta dismiss the new welcome stuff, co-work, and code, right? So the main ones that you're gonna be using when you first get started are chat and co-work. But so that'll get us started at least from here. Now it's only been 2 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into building your first software. Think to yourself and take a minute. What's something that I'm struggling with on a daily basis? Right now, for me, I'm looking at a new place to live. So I'm having to pull information from apartments.com, from Zillow, from Google Maps, whatever, right? And try to add them all in one place so I can compare the places, the options that I have objectively. So I'm going to go ahead and go into chat first, not Claude Code. Remember, you're up here. Go to chat first and say, hey, how can I make this easier on myself to go ahead and build a piece of software? Ask it. So let me type up my prompt. All right, so here's my prompt. I want to build a software to help me gather comparison data for apartments. I added some extra details there about, the things that are important to me and the sources that I'm using today. And I also said, help me write a prompt for Claude Code to build this for me. So you don't have to do this yourself. And I also told it to go ahead and ask me any questions it might have before we go ahead and build that. The second thing you want to do is make sure that you select your model. Opus is going to be your top level model, Sonnet is your mid grade, and Haiku is your kind of medium grade. I'm going to go ahead and use Opus because it is a very complex model and can help me think through this. And you click go ahead. Now, these models, the more complex ones use more tokens, the simpler ones use less tokens. You have a token budget, right? You're going to get more into that later, but for now, we're just going to use the complex model just for this ideation phase. So we're going to let it go through its thing. All right, Claude, come back with a ton of questions. So I'm going to go ahead and review these questions, right? And I suggest this for you. If it's asking you a question that you don't understand, copy the question, paste it back in there, and say, hey, I don't understand this. Explain it in more simple language. Give me just a moment. I'm going to answer these questions and move on. All right, so I've gone ahead and answered all these questions. As you see, I just type the number and then answer the question. No need to copy, paste, or repeat or anything like this. Let's go ahead and hit this and get that PRD created. Hold on just a minute. Be right back. All right, wow, they did not disappoint. Check this prompt out. That is way longer than I would have typed, way more detailed, and this is going to get us great results. So go ahead and down here and click the copy button. Alternatively, you could highlight it, Control C, whatever. Move on over to Claude Code. You may have to select a folder here. Let me see what I've got set up. All right, I went ahead and set up a new folder there. It's called House Hunter. We're going to make sure we're on the Opus model. and we could go ahead and put it on, for this task, probably extra high. We're going to run some credits and paste your copy in there, hit that enter button, and that is our 5 minutes. Claude Code has started building our piece of software in less than 5 minutes. We'll be back with round number 2 after this.